Hello, everyone. My name is Felipe dos Santos. Today, we're gonna see the case of Santa Fe Independent School District versus Doe. The focus of this presentation is to discuss about the Establishment Clause. I'll be discussing this case. There was a landmark ruling that centers of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. This case offers significant insights to how public schools and religious activities intersect, raising important questions about religious freedom in a public setting. I will use the IRAC method to guide us through this analysis. So the parties on this case is the petitioner, was Santa Fe Independent School District, and the respondent was the Mormon and Catholic students and their mothers that are considered the Does. The main parties, which established the policy, allow students-led prayers, and respondents, a group of Mormon Catholic students, along with their mothers, who challenged the practice. Their argument was that this policy violates the Establishment Clause by promoting religion in a public school setting. Let's speak as well some facts of this case for you to see that the history behind it. Pre 1995, the prayers delivered by Students' Council, chaplains before varsity football games. We have the respondents feel suit challenge the practice under the Establishment Clause. The school district revised the policy to allow students led non sectarian prayers, and two elections were held, one to determine if an invocation should be held, and one to select the spokesperson. So, before 1995, student council chaplains in Santa Fe High School would deliver a prayer over the PA system before the football game. This practice was challenged by a group of students and their mothers, leading to a legal battle that raised questions about the role of religion in public school events. The district later modified its policy to allow students to vote on whether to include invocations and who would deliver them. Despite these challenges or changes, the policy continued to face legal challenges. The legal issues. Uh, the central legal issue in this case was whether the policy allowing students to lead prayer before football games violated the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. The critical question was that prayer an expression of private student speech, or did the school involvement make it public, effectively endorsing a religious practice? This is where the court had to draw a clear line between private expression and government endorsement of religion. So let's see about the legal principles, right? The Establishment Clause prohibits government from endorsing religion or creating one. We have some precedents that we have Ego versus Vital, but one of the biggest that we have in our history is Lee versus Wiseman in 1992. So the key legal principle at play in the Establishment Clause, which bars government entities from promoting or endorsing religious practices. These clauses ensures a separation between church and state. Previous rulings like Eagle versus Vital and Lee versus Wiseman laid the groundwork for understanding this case. Both cases held that state-sponsored or clergy-led prayers in schools are unconstitutional, helping to shape the court's reasoning in Santa Fe. So we need to analyze the application of all these issues, rule of law, and every single thing that makes our IRAC method, right? So for applying these rules, the court examined Santa Fe's argument that the prayers were private because they were led by students. However, the court determined that the prayers were effectively public speech. These prayers took place during school sponsored events on school's grounds and were delivered under guidelines of the school policy. This contest made it clear that the school, by regulating, facilitating the prayers, was endorsing religious activities. The court decision. Let's put some points here. By the ruling, the policy violates the Establishment Clause. Reasoning: public schools must remain neutral on religion. The fact: the policy promotes religion and created division among the students. So, the Supreme Court ruled that the school district policy allowing students to led prayer at the football games violated the Establishment Clause. The reasoning was simple: public schools must remain neutral in matters of religion. And by endorsing student led prayers, the school was seen as a promoting religion. This decision highlights the importance of maintaining religion neutrality in public education to avoid fostering divisions. So let's compare the case analysis, right? So we have the case of Lee versus Wiseman, as I said previously, by 1992. Has many similarities of these both cases that involves the balance of religious freedoms and prohibiting government endorsement. Difference is just the leadership of prayers was clergy in Lee and students in Santa Fe. So it's a helpful comparison. He is Lee versus Wiseman, another case that dealt with religious observance in the school public schools, while Lee involved clergy-led prayers at graduation. Santa Fe dealt with students-led prayers at football games. Despite the different contexts, both cases underscore the same principle: public schools cannot sponsor or endorse religion practice, whether the leader is a student or a clergy member. So let's discuss about. I will discuss with you about my opinion. Even that I am a Christian, I love to hear prayers in public settings. I love to preach the gospel to others and others to understand the word of God. And anything that I can express how big my God is a great thing. But taking my heart on the case, I agree with the court decisions because public schools are meant to be places of inclusivity and neutrality, where students from all backgrounds feel welcome. When schools endorse and promote religious activities, it can't create unnecessary divisions among them, as happened in Santa Fe district, because some families of Catholic and Mormons may didn't like how the Protestant kids was leading the prayers. Even among us Christians, we have a difference in dogmas and doctrines that may hurt others that hear. So that's my opinion. I think that if we put too much of our dogmas and doctrines and what we believe as correct and express this outspoken in something that is made by the government may sometimes as a religion is a powerful tool alienate those different beliefs uh, and I believe it's essential that school maintains clear separation between education and the religion promotion. So we can conclude the Santa Fe Independent School District is a critical case that reinforces the Establishment Clause rules in maintaining church state separation in public schools. It shows us the importance of ensuring that schools remain neutral when it comes to religion, to guarantee that every student, regardless of their faith, feels included and respected. Thank you for your attention, and that's all.